Hey, what's up, Mike and Matters? This is Matt from Mike and Matt Taste Whiskey. Mike's actually out of town for the weekend, so he asked me to kind of watch his place and invited me to taste anything in his vault. So I've given myself two rules here. The first rule is that it has to be something I have not tried yet. The second rule is it has to be something that has already been opened. I don't want to taste anything that Mike hasn't opened himself already. So without further ado, let's take a look back here. So right off the bat, I've been here a few times, but right off the bat you get all these old dusty bottles that, you know, most of them aren't open, and the ones that are, he's shared with me. So I think I'm going to have to pass on those right now, as enticing as that would be. Here's some Tennessee whiskeys. Okay, just looking over here, I'm seeing Peerless. I'm seeing a lot of Michter's, some McBrayer, love all that stuff. Tried it all, Yellowstone, great stuff. Here it looks like maybe some of the out-of-state whiskeys. Moving over here, we've got, looks like just a ton of makers here. We got some makers here, makers there, makers there. I do love some Wild Turkey, but I think I've tasted most of that stuff already. Tasted all of the Buffalo Trace that's up here. I've tasted the Winkle and the Rock Hill Farms, and obviously the Lynn's. Looking over here, I see there's some stuff I haven't tried here. I don't think I've tried this Masters Collection of Woodford Chocolate Malted Rye or this 4-grain. One that is kind of grabbed my eye in particular is this 1889 Royale. It's called Old 1889 Royale. Now I've read a blog that Mike's done about this, but I had not tried it myself. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let's go taste. Alright guys, let's give this one a shot. Old 1889, either Royale or Royal. I'm a Pulp Fiction fan, so I'm going to go with the Royale. Old 1889 Royale is handmade sour mash bourbon, taken from the finest golden grains and renowned limestone water from Nelson County, Kentucky. It's given exciting life and golden aged in new charred oak barrels for 12 years. All right. I don't know much about the history of this one. Like I said, Mike here, he's got a blog. I'm going to leave a link to that blog in the description below. Check it out. For this tasting, I'm just going to do the thing that the Mike and Matt brand does, is what we do. We're going to do neat, cran, pecan, dark chocolate. First I'm going to nose it. Let's get into it. Okay. With this one I'm getting, it's almost like cherries, hint of grape, very fruity. Vanilla, maybe just a hint of that oak. It's got a nice, pleasant, fruity smell. There's some kind of floral note in there, but I am not great at picking out floral notes, so I'm going to say maybe a honeysuckle. All right, let's give it a taste. Okay, yeah, that fruitiness comes through. I get a little bit of, just a slight bit of milk chocolate there. A little thin. I think, if I saw this earlier, 86 proof. So I think what's going on there is I'm getting a little notes of everything, but I just don't think there's enough proof in there to really, like, you know, make those things stand out. I'm getting a little bit of oak, but the finish is already gone. This one may be that kind of bottle that would definitely benefit from being 100 proof. It's early to tell, too early to tell. Let's go with the cran, and we'll see. Okay. See, I'm getting that fruit's getting heightened. I'm getting almost like a grape wine almost out of it. And that oak finish is definitely, it's like a sweet oak. Nice viscosity in the mouth. So to me it's like vanilla, cherry, hint of grape, almost like a vanilla cherry limeade, and with a little oaky finish, a little bit of spice, not too much, and yeah, now the finish is already gone. So the finish is short, and I think that's part of, well, I think that's because it's 86 proof. All right, let's try the pecan. Okay, so what I get is immediately that milk chocolate stands out. As with usual with pecan, what it does is it really brings out, if something tastes like caramel or something has like the milk chocolate, it just heightens that and brings it forth. A little bit of oak at the finish. The mouth feels really good though. It's strange, like even with an 86 proof, it's like very oily with the pecan, which I tend to enjoy. But I think the finish is lacking. There's a little bit more spice with the pecan, like there's a little bit more cayenne going on. It's still there a little bit, but generally I'm kind of disappointed in the finish with this one so far. But let's try the Hershey's dark chocolate and see if we can get something out of that. It's kind of weird to say this, but like, to me, there's just a tiny bit of grape in there, but for the most part, it was a watery dark chocolate. So what happened was, I think the dark chocolate just overpowered everything. And you get a little bit of oak, maybe a little bit of tobacco on the finish, but overall, it just kind of, there just wasn't much to it with the dark chocolate. So overall, I'm going to say this one for me, it's okay. 86 proof, I think, is what hindered this one for me. Give it 100 proof, I bet this one would be a banger. But despite that, I always love drinking whiskey. Again, thanks Mike for letting me raid your vault. Cheers, y'all.